on behalf of the Schnacky players, I want to give you a warm welcome and a really sincere thank you for joining us for the last 40 years. Real fortune hasn't been on 40 years, and I just think it's great. I have to say a few things being serious, which I hate to be, but the fire marshal wanted me to tell you that the doors that you came in are now exits. Nothing is going to happen, but if something does, just slowly walk out there and go in the cold. So the entrances are now exits. It's a no smoking facility, so I appreciate you if you gotta smoke outside. If you've got your cell phone with you, please turn it off, unless it's an emergency, and then take the call out the hall, if that would be all right with you. You know what we do in the melodramas, don't you, with the villain?
Yes.
Whoa! And the heroine? Yay! You know that you've been there 40 years, that sort of a thing. Let me see. If you're popcorn is going to be served in the third act. Because of COVID, it's in packaging. So if you're going to throw it at the villain, please take the popcorn out of the pack. And if you're not going to do it, don't forget to clean it up so you can eat it. Anybody ready to hear a little funny story?
Yes!
I don't know whether you heard about Harold and Maud, who've been married 50 years. Had a wonderful life together. Harold made a lot of money. They were living very comfortable. The kids were growing up, going to college, gotten off. She said, Harold, we're going to go celebrate our 50th anniversary by going down to Miami, and we're going to stay at the Fontainebleau Hotel, and we're going to do what we did 50 years ago. Harold says, well, maybe we can't do everything that we did 50 years ago, but let's go down there and have a good time. And she said, do you remember how we celebrated? He said, yeah, we flew down, we got a penthouse, balcony overlooking the ocean, and went to bed that night. I woke up in the morning and I shaved and showered, you shampooed and showered. She says, and we put a bathrobe over our naked bodies, and we sat down at the breakfast table. It had a very sumptuous breakfast on the balcony overlooking the ocean. He said, we can do that. They fly down, they go out to dinner, they go to bed, they wake up in the morning, they have the bellhop come in and serve them a beautiful, beautiful breakfast. And Harold sits there, and he disrobes, he takes his bathrobe off, takes her bathrobe off. He looks at her very lovingly across the table, and he said, Maud, I'm just in love with you now as I was 50 years ago. I couldn't be a happier man for 50 years. He said, you are a lovely, lovely lady. And Maud reaches across the table and grabs his hand, and she said, Harold, my breasts are just as warm for you now as they were 50 years ago. And he said, well, they should be. One's in your coffee and one's in the oatmeal. Thank you so much. God bless you, God bless the USA, and now we're ready for the showtime!
Act 1.
Emergency, make way for an emergency. It's starting out to be a hectic day. Emergency, make way for an emergency. We'll do our best to help you come what may.
Pardon me if I'm listening, but to get into the clinic, a poor man has his borrowed need in May.
I'll admit it may sound funny, but to come up with the money could end up costing you an arm and leg.
Emergency, make way for an emergency. We're open round the clock, so don't delay. Emergency, make way for an emergency. You're welcome here, provided you can pay.
I checked in for tonsillitis, didn't have appendicitis, but now I have an appendectomy.
I've got conjunctivitis, I got treated for phlebitis. My surgery was all in vain, you see.
Emergency, make way for an emergency. We're open round the clock, so don't delay. Emergency, make way for an emergency. You're welcome here, provided you can pay. Have a nice day!
obviously interrupted hers.
But Mrs. Cass just called.
Well,
She's on her way to come to pay a little visit.
well, don't just stand there, Hilda. Help me.
Well, don't want her to catch you snoozing when you're supposed to be taking care of all those patients, huh?
Patients? Do you see any patients?
Not here in the emergency room, but the wards are filled with them.
Yes, I know. And each one is worth a fortune in medical bills. They're what made a lot of cash in her late husband rich.
Oh, and now that Hanover D. Cash is passed on, you plan to fill his shoes and your pants pockets.
Exactly. I've got a lot of cash eating right out of my hand.
I hope for her sake he washed it first. So, when do you plan to propose to her?
Maybe today. The sooner I ask her to marry me, the sooner we'll be wed.
And the sooner you're wed, the sooner you can arrange for her to have a little accident. Once you're a wealthy widower, then you can marry the woman you really love.
Oh, Hilda, look, if she had come in just now, it would have ruined everything.
Oh, all right, I'll restrain myself, but just make that proposal short and sweet. You know how jealous I am. Don't forget, your partner in crime will be your partner for life.
Oh, how could I? Here is. As soon as she's helped me secure a lot of cash for this fortune, she's going to have a big accident. I suppose I better be making my rounds. Page me the moment Lotta arrives.
Yes, darling.
The walls have ears.
Oh, and the floors have lips and the ceilings have eyeballs. I know.
Paging Mr. Head, Mr. M.T. Head. Report to the staff psychiatrist office.
New patients could be arriving at any moment. Man your battle stations.
Aye, Doctor.
It's the perfect place for an old battle axe.
Excuse me.
Why? What'd you do? Yeah?
I'm Nurse March. Nurse Wendy March. I've been hired to work here and it's my first day on the job.
A rookie, huh? We'll break you in fast enough. Hilda Hatchett, head nurse. You just need to remember one thing. What I say goes.
Yes, ma'am.
Nurse Hatchet, Dr. Bonecutter said to tell you he needs you in his office.
Oh, all right. You cover the desk.
No kidding. Okay.
I mean, keep an eye on it.
Oh, and I. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, just watch it.
Yes, Nurse Hatchet.
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm new.
Hi, I'm Ivy Drip. I'd shake hands, but I have to watch the desk.
I think Nurse Hatchet was speaking figuratively. I'm sure she didn't mean you had to stare at it.
Well, if you think so, welcome to the clinic.
Thanks. I'm a little nervous.
Oh, no need to be. Most of the folks here are real nice. Just watch out for Nurse Hatchet, and whatever you do, don't let Dr. Devereaux catch you alone in the linen closet. Whew.
I'll remember that. Since there's no one here, would you like to get off your feet?
My feet? I'd love to, but they're attached to my ankles.
I meant, do you want to sit down?
Oh, sure.
The first thing I learned in nursing school was how tired you can get standing all day.
That's the truth. What did you say your name is? Wendy? Sorry, Wendy. Fixed right away.
I have no painter and no painter. I was
buggy floating in the Potomac River? That's awful.
Yes, it is. I was taken to St. Jude's orphanage. So when I'm feeling blue and sad or unhappy moods, to cheer myself up, I just recall my life at St. Jude's. Oh, I love like no others, the nuns who gave me shelter and saved me from a world of care and strife. Though I might have had no brothers, still I had 50 sisters, who saved me from the rocky road of life. The nuns made me feel great and never inferior. And boy, what a mom! She was a mother superior. So I learned like no others, the nuns who gave me shelter and saved me from a world of care and strife. Though I might have had no brothers, still I had 50 sisters who saved me from the rocky road of life. The nuns at St. Jude's orphanage named me Wendy March because it was on a windy March day I was found.
Nice breezy name. Just think, if it had been a different time of the year, I could be sitting here next to Sweaty July or Spooky October. You don't know who your parents were?
No, I have no idea how I got into the Potomac River. That was over 20 years ago. I've given up hope of ever finding my family.
That's too bad.
Paging Nurse Drip. Nurse Ivy Drip. Report to Ward 4.
Oh, that's me.
Paging Mr. Lott. Mr. Bill A. Lott. Report to the accounting office.
Gotta go.
Maybe we'll run into each other around the clinic.
Geez, I hope not. That would hurt. See ya.
Nurse Hatchet! Nurse Hatchet!
Paging Mr. Lake. Mr. Harry Lake. The doctor is ready to apply your cast.
Hi, I'm Wendy. I'm new.
Hi, I'm Nurse Dr. Phil Good. I'm an intern here. Oh no! My head is spinning. My heart is pounding and my stomach is doing flip-flops. Either I'm in love with this girl or I've got a bad case of vertigo, heart palpitations, and acid indigestion. Welcome to Hanover D-Cash Clinic.
My face is flushed, my ears are ringing, and there's a lump in my throat. Either I've fallen in love with this guy, or I'm having an attack of the epizooties. Thank you, doctor. My name is Wendy March. I was brought up in an orphanage, you see. I have no patron, no mater. I was found in a perambulator, afloat in the Potomac near D.C. I was found on a windy March day.
It's odd. We've only just met, yet I feel I know all about you. Of course, we have met in the past, in my dreams.
I need a doctor or I need a nurse. I got a problem and I can't let it get worse, so I've got this problem and quick as a flash I came over here to hand over the cash.
What's the problem, big boy?
Oh, dear Lord, I was over in Ionia. You know how Ionia is.
Oh, yeah.
That Schoen place over there,
Oh.
House of Ill Repute.
I hear you.
Playing cards.
Yeah, okay.
Playing cards. I lost the bet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they had me do?
I can only guess.
Made me eat a bunch of clocks.
Whoa!
Yeah,
You got here in the nick of time.
I did. I'm very alarmed because I've been sick for hours.
Those cuckoos could go off at any minute.
That's all I got.
Well, an X-ray would really take care of finding out exactly where they are.
Well, yeah, we got to get it done right in the nick of time.
We do, exactly.
Yeah.
Wendy, would you be so kind as to get the examining papers for our person here.
Certainly, Dr. Good.
Oh, by the way, when Nurse Hatchet's not here, you can call me Phil.
I will.
Come on, let's get you right to X-ray.
Okay.
I hear it's like a ticking time bomb in your stomach. Quick, hurry, hurry. Watch out, he's got clocks in him.
Come on.
What a wonderful day. After years of struggling through nursing school, attending classes during the day and dancing in the chorus at Lewinsky's Burlesque Theater at night to pay for tuition, I finally become a nurse. Should I pinch myself to see if this is but a glorious dream?
Allow me.
How dare you!
Relax, Cookie. Just trying to be friendly. You must be the new nurse that we were expecting. I'm Dr. Devereaux, Dr. Dog's Breath Devereaux, and I'm a big man here in the clinic. I'll be even bigger once I wet a lot of cash. So it'd be worth your while to be nice to me.
I always try to be nice to everyone, Doctor, but I expect our relationship to be strictly business, nothing more.
Well, then I will certainly respect your wishes. What's your name, cutie?
My name is Wendy, Wendy March. I was brought up in an orphanage, you see. I have no painter and no painter. I was found in a perambulator, afloat in the Potomac near D.C. I was found on a windy March day.
Well, I think it's a silly name.
I would talk if I were you. Dog's breath.
My name is unusual, you see, I'll admit.
The evening that he came into this world, a blizzard was raging outside. His father woke up, the doctor next door. Deliver my baby, he cried. When filling out forms, the doctor inquired, what name should I put in this space? The family dog jumped onto the bed and licked his mom right in the face.
She murmured, dog's breath. Doc wrote down, dog's breath, Devereaux. Why he did that, I don't know.
Soon everybody said, poor kid, it will warp his ego and his kid. Kids called him dog-faced Devereaux, teased him everywhere he goes. They laughed at him and joked and cheered.
Oh, I will admit, my name is weird. Dog's breath.
He studied real hard in medical school and got him an empty degree. Now he gets revenge on patients he treats. They faint when he gives them his fee.
They call me dog's breath. What a curse! Is there any name that's worse?
What once was once a cause for shame, someday soon will bring him wealth and fame. Hooray for dog-faced Devereaux! They'll yell everywhere he goes. Wait till the patients that he treats beg to name their children after him.
They'll all be
Dog's breath.
Gee, that's a sad story. It could be worse, though. If your parents had owned a cat instead of a dog, your name could have been Furball.
very funny. She's my sister. I determined that when I grew up, I would make the name of dogs. I determined that when I grew up, I would make the name of Dog's Breath Devereaux revered, and I shall. To own a Dog's Breath Devereaux clinic is nearly within my grasp. You can reward me early.
Dr. Devereaux! Dog's breath! What are you doing?
My dear Lattice, I was just demonstrating to our new nurse how to set a broken wrist. Whew, that was a close one.
Well, how very thoughtful of you. You did a wonderful job with mine. My, what a pretty young thing. I'm Lotta Cash. And what is your name, dear? My name is Wendy March. I was brought up in an orphanage, you see. I have no painter and no painter.
Paging Nurse Hold'em, Nurse Wanda Hold'em. Report to the nursery.
Nurse March, I see the desk is unattended. If you would, take charge of it, please.
Certainly, Doctor. Excuse me.
Lotta, dearest, what do I owe the honor of this visit?
Well, I thought you might escort me on a little tour of the clinic, Dog's Breath. Dear Hanover always took care of business matters, but since he's passed on, I've done my best to assume his responsibility.
Well, that's until you can find someone to shoulder the burden with you.
Oh, that would be such a relief. I would welcome any suggestions you might have.
Well, I have a few ideas on that subject. Why don't you go and wait for me by the stairs until I give Nurse March her instructions?
I can't wait to hear what you have in mind.
So, cutie, do you live alone? Would you like a ride home in my new Model T Ford?
Yes, I live alone. And no, I don't want to ride. I'll take the trolley.
Playing hard to get, huh?
I'm not here to play, Doctor. I'm here to work. What are the desk duties in the emergency room?
Answer the phone, and if a patient comes in, have them fill out a patient information form. And make sure they give you a $50 check as a deposit for services. That is most important.
I would think that treating the patient is our primary concern.
Oh, my dear young Florence Nightingale, you do have a lot to learn.
Clang with the trolley, clang with the bell, clang with my head. No, I don't feel so well. I've got a problem so quick as a flash. I hurried over here to hunt over to Gash. Is this the emergency room?
It is?
Oh, thank goodness. I've had a terrible accident. Why, I was walking down Waynesport Road in Pumpkin Hook, and suddenly something crashed on my head. I have no idea what it could have been.
Well, there's no time to lose. Quick, give the nurse a $50 check as a deposit for services.
I don't have any money.
Oh, my dear, this is a tragedy. This patient is going to die.
I have this really beautiful and unusual chicken feather. Let's see. Perhaps this adorable little baby chick. A Dixie Chicks album? Would a golden egg do?
It's a miracle! This patient is going to live! Quick, nurse, wait for an orderly! Now give the nurse your name.
Oh, I heard.
Yes, I am sure you do, but we must have your name.
That is my name. Ophelia Iris Hurt. Oh, Hurt!
You rang for the order?
Yes, you idiot. Can't you see this woman has a chicken stuck in her head? Take her for treatment at once. At least one solid gold egg's worth.
Right this way, ma'am.
Oh, what is your name?
Ward Helper.
Oh.
Paging Dr. Boyles, Dr. Lance Boyles. Your patient is waiting. Paging Midwife Ketchum. Midwife Hope U. Ketchum. Report to the delivery room at once.
Was that called for me?
No, they were paging old Butterfingers Ketchum. Look, I've got to show Lotta around the clinic. You keep a watch on the desk.
A watch. Yes, doctor.
What are you doing?
I'm keeping a watch on the desk.
No, Ivy, Dr. Devereaux just meant for you to stay here.
Oh, okay.
Ivy, I've just met the most wonderful man. Do you know Feel Good?
Dr. Good? Sure. All the nurses are crazy about him, but he hasn't given any of them a second look. He said he's waiting for the girl of his dreams to come along, and when she does, his heart will recognize her. Isn't that the most romantic thing you've ever heard?
Oh, golly, yes. When we met, he said he'd seen me before. In his dreams.
No kidding. Then you must be the one he's been waiting for.
Dare I hope?
Oh, dear, he's perfect for you. He's so handsome and noble and good through and through.
Maybe he's too good.
What do you mean?
Should I tell her?
Tell it, sister.
I have a shameful secret. I had to work my way through nursing school, and well, the only job I could find was as a chorus girl at Walensky's Burlesque Theater. Do you think Phil could ever love a girl who danced in burlesque?
Jeez, I don't know. He has awfully high standards. I don't think I'd tell him about it if I were you.
I won't, but I hate to deceive him. I've always felt that two people who are in love should be completely honest with each other.
I know what you mean. I have a boyfriend too, Ward Helper. He's an orderly here at the clinic.
He was just here to take a patient for treatment. He seems very nice.
Oh, he is. He's as strong as an ox, but he's really sweet and gentle.
Paging Dr. Payne. Dr. E.Z. Payne. Report to the pharmacy.
Well, isn't this cozy? Do you plan to stand there all day, Nurse Strip? Or do you think you might manage to get a little work done around here?
Dr. Devereaux told me to stay here, Nurse Hatchet.
Oh, he did he? Where is Dog's Breath?
He said he was going to show Mrs. Cash around the clinic.
So she's arrived. I'll watch the desk. You take Nurse March and distribute the bedpans to the patients.
Yes, ma'am. Come on, Wendy. Wait a minute. Where are they?
Well, they're where I always keep them. In the icebox. I didn't get where I am today by being cute and coy and squeezable. You'd never think of me as being bright and gay, or sweet, or shy, or teasable. When you look like I do, life can be rough, so I learned very early to be mean and tough. When I was just a little girl, my mom gave me a dolly. It didn't take her long to realize that such a gift was folly. I chopped its head off with an axe and then cut off its fingers. But that was many, many years ago. The memory still lingers. That was the most fun I'd ever had. But Mama said, Hilda, you've been very bad. I'm silly, Mommy. I'm a bad girl. If that's it all, you'll stay away from me. You must admit that I'm not easily forgotten.
Report to the examining room.
Oh, excuse me.
Why, what'd you do?
Is this here the emergency room?
Well, it ain't the Vanderbilt mansion, lady. What's your problem?
I'm Trixie St. James, and I'm a dancer at Malinsky's Boyless Theater, and I twisted my ankle, and that's half my livelihood. And it hurts when I put my weight on it, see? Oh, the pain! Can you help me?
We'll give it a shot.
Oh, I was thinking more like a bandage.
I'll ring with you for the orderly. Fill this out, and don't forget your deposit check.
Sure.
Nurse Hatchet, you rang.
Yes, Mr. Helper. The patient has injured her ankle. Take her to the X-ray laboratory.
I will get the wheelchair.
Oh, we don't need one of those, big boy. You look strong enough to lean on.
It'll only take a minute.
Maybe you better help her, orderly.
There's my big, strong fella. I think he either fixed it or broke it.
Sorry about that. I'll get you right to X-ray.
And don't forget about the door.
What door? Oh, that door.
Oh, that big dope. Dog's breath. I thought Lana Cash was here.
Oh, she is. She's in the ladies' room. How's everything in here?
As well as can be expected.
I need a doctor or I need a nurse. I gotta get better because I can't get worse. I got this problem as quick as a flash. I came over here to hand over the cash. Oh, are you a doctor?
No, we're just get up to fool people. Yes, of course I'm a doctor.
Oh, good. I hope you can help me.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I was over in Ionia.
Again?
And, you know, you'd have snacks during a card game. Well, I thought these were, somebody just separated the M&Ms into colors, and they were these blue M&Ms, I thought. And I took a lot of handfuls of them, and then I saw this little bottle that said something about 4 hours, and I've been getting stiff, and then I've been like, whoa, stiff, whoa. And
so that's your
tell
problem? You were getting stiff and
I'm
soft?
not finished with my line, but that's okay. I was going to tell you.
Well, if it's one of your jokes, it's a good thing we finished.
It was hard driving over here.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Not much I can do about it.
Oh,
but we do have a gastroenterologist that could maybe put his finger on it for you.
You think he could straighten me out? No, never mind. I'm going to take it.
His name's Dr. Paironi.
An Italian fellow, probably.
Look, pay the nurse $10 for this device, and make sure you don't stiff her.
Stiff would be a nice change.
Don't give him any change. You can leave now.
There it goes again.
Taking Miss Rose. Miss Addie Rose reports bookkeeping.
Here you are.
Yes, here I are. As acting chief of the clinic, I like to make sure I keep an eye on every department.
And apparently you are doing a splendid job, Dog's Breath, dear. Is there somewhere we could talk that's a little more private?
Yes, why don't we sit down over here?
I think the time has come for me to appoint a permanent director of the Hanover D. Cash Clinic. And I believe the doctor best suited for that job would be you.
Well, I'm overwhelmed and deeply honored. I'd love to serve as chief of this clinic. But, if I may be so bold, one other thing that would make me happier would be to take Hanover D. Cash's place in your heart as well.
Dog's Breath, this is so sudden.
Surely you've sensed how I feel about you, dearest.
Spider.
You were saying?
I was saying I would be consent to become Mrs. Dog's Breath Devereaux.
Would you mind if I refer to myself as Mrs. Lotta Devereaux?
Whatever you wish, dearest.
Then I shall be happy to marry you.
Oh! I dropped a pencil on my toe.
She must have very delicate feet.
Corns, gigantic corns. I treat her for them all the time. Hilda's feet are just two big, bumpy lumps. Oh, wait. You said yes, didn't you? You will be my bride.
Yes, Dog's Breath, I will marry you.
I'm sorry, Nurse Hatchet. Are you okay?
Did you say something to me?
I said, are you okay?
I know you're talking because your lips are moving. But where are the words? I don't hear any words.
Oh, good grief. Nurse March, would you please take Hilda to see our ear specialist, Dr. Luke M. Dare?
Right away, doctor.
I must say, your head nurse is very peculiar.
Oh, I agree. She doesn't know yet, but I plan on getting rid of her. Permanently. Oh, lot of my own. Oh, once we are wed, I will do everything in my power to make you happy for the rest of your life. Which won't be long.
Happy? I've forgotten what true happiness is. For some 20-odd years, I've lived under a cloud of sadness. You see, my daughter Anita, my only child, had married a nice young man who was hired to work as a curator at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington. Anita and her husband Harry Hand, had a baby girl, Linda. One windy March day, Anita was taking Linda for a stroll in her perambulator along the Potomac River. Tragedy struck. A mighty gust of wind swept under the bonnet of the baby carriage and ripped it from Anita's grasp. The buggy rolled down an embankment and into the river. She never saw Linda again. Anita and Harry pined away from grief. Hanover and I survived the loss of our daughter and granddaughter, but our lives were empty and cold. He devoted himself to this clinic and I to my charity work. So you see, Dog's Breath, the only way I could ever discover true happiness were if my long-lost granddaughter were suddenly returned to me alive and well. Dog's Breath, what's the matter? Are you all right?
Windy, March, day?
Yes, dear. I had no idea my sad story would distress you so.
Yeah, lost granddaughter and heir fortune?
Yes, dear. If she were alive today, all that I own would be hers. I think I'm gonna weep. Excuse me, dearest. You're still upset. Come, dear, let me take you outside.
silly me. I have a terrible habit of leaving it lying around. But don't worry, I never carry more than $10,000 with me at a time.
Nurse Hatchett's hearing is starting to come back.
Thank you. Dr. Devereaux and I will return in a few moments, Nurse March.
That's right. My name is Wendy March. I was brought up in an orphanage, you see. I have no way to
Poor dog's breath. The man is the soul of compassion. I was just telling him how my darling granddaughter was. Oh, dear. Come, dog's breath. Let us get some air. Excuse us.
What could be the matter with Dr. Devereaux? He looked as if he were in shock.
I don't know. Maybe it's a delayed reaction to him becoming engaged.
Mrs. Cash seems very nice. I hope she's made the right decision. Dr. Devereaux clearly has a roving eye.
Which one?
I meant I don't think he'll be faithful to her.
Oh, he will if he wants to get his hands on her millions.
Millions?
Oh, honey, Lotta Cash is richer than a double chocolate cake and just as sweet. Perhaps she'll wise up before it's too late. Intermission!
Paging Nurse DeMille. Nurse Carrie DeMille. The lunch trays are ready for distribution.
Okay, where are they?
Where what, Nurse Hatchet?
The lovebirds. Dog's breath and lot of cash.
They went outside for some air.
Why outside? We got oxygen tanks all over the place.
Well, maybe they wanted to be alone. But I'd be happy to leave them a note for you.
Oh, stick it in your ear.
My ear? Okay.
Hi, Wendy. Hi, Ivy. Ivy, why have you got a pencil in your ear?
Nurse Hatchet.
Oh, never mind. Come right over here. You could damage your eardrum. You should never stick anything in your ear, you know. Let me help you with that. You ready? Wow, is this really stuck? You must have a lot of earwax. Okay, here we go. Wow, that's a giant pencil. That must have really hurt.
It did. Thank you, Dr.
There you go,
Boyd.
good as new.
How was that man who swallowed all the clocks?
Well, it took a few minutes for his x-ray to come through, and he definitely needs a second opinion.
Ivy!
Here, Ward. Here, Ward. Oh, Ward, you haven't met our new nurse, Wendy.
Ward help. Welcome aboard.
My name is Wendy, Wendy March. I was brought up in an orphanage, you see. I had no painter and no painter. I was found.
I need a doctor.
I was walking outside the Holcomb Village Apartments, and there was a thing of ice, and I slipped on it, and I landed right on my funny bone. I can't stop laughing.
That's not your funny bone.
It's not? No. That's humorous. Help me up. Ward. Okay.
You're feeling a little better?
Yeah.
You are in luck. We happen to have a nurse who's excellent with funny bones.
You have a funny bone, nurse?
We do! Ward, can you help this gentleman down to the examining room?
And ding!
Nurse Tripp, would you be so kind as to get the admission papers ready? And have Ann paged, please.
Right away, Doctor.
It looks like we're alone. Should I try to kiss her? Good.
I guess we are. If only he would kiss me.
You know, doctors lead such hectic lives. If a girl were, say, to become romantically involved with a doctor, she would have to be very understanding of his time.
Oh, I understand completely.
He could be on call all hours of the night and day.
Naturally.
Come home exhausted and tired,
Yes.
in need of some tender loving care,
Huh?
a gentle hug, a tender kiss.
Kiss?
Paging Nurse Bow. Nurse Ann L. Bow. You're needed in examining room C.
You know, Wendy, I've been thinking a lot, and, well, I really believe you're the girl for me. You're so sweet and tender and kind, and you're good with children, and you're good with the geriatric people, and you're also good with kitties and puppies and bunny rabbits, and I love the way you treat reptiles. Oh, Wendy March, will you marry me?
How Oh, yes, Phil. Yes!
Oh, boy!
When I studied anatomy, how could I have known there would be a reason personally to identify each bone? But I learned that all my name and my dear, I swear it's true. With every bone in my body, I love you.
There is nothing so divine as the touch of your phalanges when you run down up my spine.
In return, I have to say that it makes me almost dizzy when I touch your vertebrae. With every bone in my body, I love you. Oh, if you took an x-ray, you'd see that it is true. With every bone in my body, I love you. Well, it makes me kind of crazy when I put with that.
That is a relief. I confess that my potatoes will stop shaking like a leaf. With every bone in my body, I love you.
Oh, if you took an x-ray, you'd see that it is true. With every bone in my body, I love you. Hey, honey, you know that I'm not making fun. Swear it by my skeleton. With every bone in my body, I love you.
Who do I see to check out? Wendy! Don't you look spiffy in your Noyce's uniform and all? I bet it sure beats wearing one of these. Hiya, Doc. Trixie St. James. Get Wendy to bring you by Malinsky's Boyless Theater sometime. Maybe you could join us into Coastline for old time's sake.
You danced in burlesque?
Yes. I should have told you.
Oh, no! Wendy, a burlesque dancer? Oh, I can't believe it! Oh, this is horrible! Just when I met the girl of my dreams. I'm so distraught.
So what's wrong with being a dancer?
Dr. Good. Dr. Ha!
Hey, you big boy. I got my ankle all fixed up, see?
Oh, good. I guess she'll be going then.
Oh, I don't know. I thought maybe I could hang around and we could compare blood types or something.
I gotta get back to work.
What's your hurry? Oh. I guess my bum ankle ain't as strong as I thought it was. Can you help me? Oh, Lord. Thanks ever so much. Here's your reward. Lord. Hiya, honey. I'm so distraught.
Do you see what you did? That's my girlfriend. Ivy, wait, come back. Ivy.
The way I'm treated around here, you think I had a fungus or something. Hey, big fella, if she don't want you back, I'll take you.
Paging Dr. Hart. Dr. C.A. Hart. Report to surgery.
What are you doing?
I'm writing a letter of resignation. Phil found out about my past from Trixie St. James, the girl I used to dance with in burlesque. The look on his face made it clear he'll never forgive me, so I have to leave.
I know what you mean. Do you need this? Give me a piece of paper.
Why?
I'm resigning too. I just got word kissing your friend Trixie. Well, if that's the kind of girl he prefers, he's welcome to her. Maybe you and I could find jobs together someplace else.
That would be swell. I guess to be fair, we should probably stay here until someone comes to watch the desk. I wonder where Nurse Hatchet is.
Probably still outside. If I know her, she's hiding in a bush spying on Dr. Devereaux and Mrs. Cash. She's been acting real funny about them.
Hiding in a bush? You can't be serious.
I wouldn't put it past her. Let's get our letters ready to hand in so we can leave here as soon as possible.
Curses, that girl is still here. I know she's Lotta's long-lost granddaughter. Oh, I must find a way to do away with her before anyone else finds out. A little better.
Dr. Devereaux.
Not now, Nurse March. Let's sit down over here. You must be tired after our little stroll.
Not really.
But Dr. Devereaux.
I said, not now.
Dr. Devereaux, I insist on talking to you.
Go girl.
I hate to be rude. The nurses at St. Jude's Orphanage taught me better manners than that.
I was brought up in.
I think you're not looking well. Cold, too. Oh, dear. Here, put this over your nose. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, perhaps she should lie down.
An excellent idea. Nurse Grip, take Wendy to a bed.
Right away, Doctor. Come on, Wendy.
Oh, no, not there. She needs a private room. Germs, you know. And while you're at it, take her to the laboratory. Have them take a specimen.
Of what?
Anything.
Yes, Doctor.
If the pace here at the clinic is always this frantic, how will you ever find time for our little wedding ceremony?
Oh, well, I'm sure we can come up with...
A place of healing, and you, I assume, are a practitioner of the healing arts? Kind sir, gentle madam.
Who are you?
What is he?
I am Brother Sunbeam of the Temple of the Children of Love and Light.
Oh, so you mean you're a minister?
I am ordained, yes.
And you can perform wedding ceremonies?
Oh, at the temple I have joined many together in holy matrimony.
Oh, that's great. Lotta and I want to get hitched. Can you do the ceremony right here, right now?
Dog's breath?
Oh, come on, Lotta, you were just saying, how could I tear myself away from the clinic long enough to get married? Well, the answer is simple. We'll have the wedding here.
It would be my pleasure, Dr.
Devereaux. Dog's Breath Devereaux. And this is my intended, a lot of cash. So when can we tie the knot?
What? We'll need a marriage license?
Well, I just happen to have one right here. I took the precaution in hopes that you would say yes.
Oh, and to think I had no idea how you felt about me. That you had even thought of marriage.
And murder? So, bro, when can we get it done?
First, there's something I would like for you to do for me.
Oh, I thought you were here to see patients.
No, I'm here to be a patient. You may have noticed my voice is rather weak. Laryngitis.
I was wondering why we were whispering. I'll ring for an orderly, and while we're at it, we have a wonderful surgeon, Dr. Camel, who can take a look at your hump.
What he said.
I'll ring for an orderly. Lotta?
Perhaps the two of you would consider a ceremony at sunrise in the morning in a meadow strewn with flowers.
Well, that sounds lovely, but pollen makes me sneeze.
Yes, she might come out with a "ah-chew" instead of an "I do." You rang for... Yes, Ward, if you would please take this gentleman to see Dr. Wilby Weller. Dr. Weller will have you back to normal in no time.
1,000 thanks. I am at your disposal.
That way.
Walk this way.
Oh, whatever you wish, dear, but on your way, why don't you stop by the little florist shop next door and get yourself a bouquet of flowers for the ceremony. Silk, no pollen, and have them put it on my account.
Oh, how sweet. But I own the flower shop too, so no need to charge them. Besides, in a little while, all that I own will be yours as well.
I can't wait. Wait a minute. I have wines. I can't wait. I mean, I can't wait to own. I mean, I can't wait until you are my own.
Dog's breath, you're as nervous as a schoolboy outside the principal's office. Just calm down, dear. I'll be right back.
Oh. The arrival of Brother Sunbeam was a stroke of pure luck. Why, within the hour I shall be wed, widowed, and wealthy. But first, I must do away with that new nurse, Nurse Marks, that troublesome granddaughter of Lotta. Why, you just say hello to her and she spills her life's history out to you. She's liable to let the cat out of the bag and spoil everything. I must find a way to get rid of her. I think Nurse March must have a tragic accident soon.
Well, if it isn't the groom to be. So where is that blushing bride?
Oh, she's gone to freshen up.
That ought to take a couple of days.
Hilda, would you believe it? A preacher has come here to the clinic.
So?
So, he's promised to marry Lotta and I right here today. Down, girl. That's it. Calm down. It's only an hour and a half show, so calm down. Hilda, you must really learn to get control of that jealous temper of yours. You know I don't really love Lotta. I have to marry her to get control of her fortune. We've been over this 100 times.
I know, it's just when I think of you with another woman, I go out of my mind.
That's a short trip. Oh.
I'll get a grip, I promise.
No, you'd better, because when she gets a grip, she gets a grip. Ah. While we're alone, there's something else I have to tell you. Let's go down here in the corner where nobody else will hear us.
Paging Dr. Waite. Dr. Graham Waite. Report to the pharmacy.
So what's the big secret?
Well, there's a fly in the ointment.
There is not. I inspect every container of salve that comes into this clinic.
Oh, for goodness sakes, it's an expression. It means we have a problem.
What kind of problem?
It said new nurse, Nurse Marks. It appears that she's Lotta's granddaughter, whom she believed to have died drowning as a mere infant.
Oh, you're making that up, right?
No, it's true. She blabs her life history at the drop of a hat.
Well, I must have missed it.
Well, then you're the only one who did. You and Lotta. We must find a way to get rid of her before she lets anyone else finds out.
Do you want me to fire her?
No, that's not good enough. As long as she's alive, she's a danger to our plans. I want you to help me kill her.
Gee, dog's breath, getting rid of a lot of cash is one thing, but this girl, I don't know.
Do it for me.
Oh, reserve her a slab in the morgue.
Well, we've got to make it look like an accident. How shall we do it?
We could hit her with a rock and roll her in the river.
Rock and roll. That does have a certain ring to it. These people aren't supposed to know about our plans to bump off Nurse Mark. But we need a chorus for this number, so we'll just pretend that they all get mass amnesia and forget all about it. Okay? Okay? Okay! Rock and roll, huh? I like it.
Take her for a ride in my Model T Flivver, then we'll hit her with a rock and roll her in the river. Roll her, roll her, roll her in the river. Oh yeah, do it. Oh yeah, do it. Oh yeah, do it. Oh yeah, do it. That's what we will make at home. We're on with rock and roll. I don't care what people say. Rock and roll is here to stay. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. Everybody, let's rock. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. Yeah, rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. Rock and Wendy. Rock, rock, rock. Rock and Wendy. Rock, rock, rock. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. With a little walk and a little talk. Can't wait to see her drown. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. Round and round. Up and down. Round and round. Up and down. Round and watch her down. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. Ain't nothing but a drowned dog. Dying all the time. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. No one will suspect she died down by the riverside. You would die too if it happened to you. Rock, rock and roll. Rock, rock and roll. I don't care what people say. Rock and roll is here to slay. Hey!
All right, now back to our plan.
Don't try to stop me, I'm overdue. Playing with the baby, hey, I'm coming through. I've got a problem so quick as a flash. I hurried over here to hand over the cash. I'm so distraught. Is there a doctor in the house?
I'm a doctor. What seems to be the problem?
I'm having a baby.
Oh, thank goodness, because if that was gas, I'd be afraid to give you a shot. Kaboom!
Oh, very funny, very funny. Are you an obstetrician?
No, I'm not.
Well, you're gonna be. Don't get me to the delivery room right now.
Hold it, quick! Let's get her to a direct delivery room at once! There's no time to waste!
Oh, if you'll just give me your street address. One. That's your house number?
No, that's how fast the contractions are.
Oh no, Hilda, look, put away the forms! Let's get her to Nurse Ketchum as quickly as possible! Hurry up, get her going, hurry! Push!
No, don't use that word.
I was for the nurse, not you!
Oh, no!
Oh, phew! It's times like this that I wish I'd become a shyster insurance salesman.
Hey there, you're a doctor, ain't you? I'm Trixie St. James, and I just love professional men.
But then again, being a doctor or a PA does have its special side effects. Yes, Miss St. James, I am a doctor. At your Dr. Devereaux, at your service. Are you a patient here?
I sure am, honey. I twisted my ankle dancing into chorus line at Malinsky's Boyless Theater, but they fixed it up just great. And it's a good thing, too, because I gotta be able to dance tonight. I featured in the show's big production number. Sit right down here and tell you all about it. I begin by spotting a guy in the audience and talking to him. I made up the words myself. The recitation goes like this. Hey there, mister, why so blue? I can tell there's something bothering you. If you want to feel better, just listen to Trixie. And I swear, I ain't whistling Dixie. This is what you gotta do. Don't mope around when you can be a clown. Nobody likes to see a gloomy fella. Just take that frown and turn it upside down. You'll use that smile to act as an umbrella. me you do that? I'll tell you, don't pout. Just let me get my girlfriends to help me out. We're less cuties, don't you think we're cuties? We're here to make your problems disappear. So let all your troubles go away like bubbles. We'll tell you what to do, just let them hear. Yaga. Bang now, lace up your shoes. Come on, you got nothing to lose. Dance those oogie woogie blues away. Watch me, I'll show you how. Say hello to happiness now and dance those oogie woogie blues away. Everybody! Dance down, lace up your shoes. Come on, you got nothing to lose. Dance those oogie woogie blues away. Watch me, I'll show you how. Say hello to happiness. Dance those oogie woogie blues away. I said, dance those oogie woogie blues away. That's sort of how it goes. You get the idea.
Oh, I've got lots of ideas.
Oh, Doc, you're making me blush all over.
Oh, that's the sign of good blood circulation. Look, as head of the clinic here, I'd like to examine your ankle to make sure my staff is doing their job correctly. Why don't you jump up on the bed over there?
Whatever you say, you're the doctor.
Paging Midwife Ketchum. Midwife Hope You Ketchum. Report to the delivery room at once. What? Oh, correction. Midwife Ketchum, report to quarter C and take your time.
But what do you think? Because the show is being performed for a family audience, Dr. Devereaux's response to that question has been censored.
Has anyone ever told you you have a magnificent set of little piggies? Why, this little piggy went to market, this little piggy stayed home.
That tickles!
Oink, 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 oink.
Dog's breath.
Don't say a word.
Is this some sort of game or something?
Dog's breath, what are you doing?
Me? Nothing. Nothing.
What's so funny?
Funny? I'm just in a good mood.
Stop it.
Stop what?
Stop driving me crazy with that gorgeous face and fantastic body.
Oh, dog's breath, I'm blushing.
That's a sign of good blood circulation.
What's the matter with your voice?
Oh, just being near you, I get a little lightheaded, and that makes my voice get high. Back to business. How's the new patient?
Her, she didn't make it to the delivery room.
So I gathered from the announcement.
She had a baby girl.
I didn't think it would be a teenager. Look, this is the perfect time to go and get the deposit.
Well, now don't you want me to
we
talk
can discuss
about
that
what-
later. Go get the
But
deposit.
just tell me how we're going to... Woo! Dog's breath! You've never kissed me like that before!
I know. If my lips fall off, I'll know why. The deposit now. Go get
Whatever
stat.
you say, doggy dearest!
Doggy dearest.
So are we going on with the examination or what?
Of course we are.
Dog's breath?
Not. Here I am.
There you are. I stopped by the flower shop to pick up a bouquet, and I can't decide which of these I like better. Which do you prefer?
The ones at the
me.
What's so funny?
A little laughing gas must have escaped as well. Stop it.
Stop what?
Stop driving me crazy with that gorgeous face and fantastic body.
Dog's breath, I'm blushing.
There's a lot of that going around.
Dog's breath, you seem to have a terrible problem with gas.
Never mind. An occupational hazard. Now that we've selected the flowers, why don't you return the other bouquet to the little shop?
You're right, I should do that. I'll be right back.
Take your time. Oh,
Quite the Don Juan, ain't ya?
that's difficult to explain.
Oh, you don't gotta explain nothing to me, lover boy. It's your lady friends you gots to worry about. I think it's time for little Trixie to vamoose.
Well, what's your hurry, cutie?
You got more on your plate than you can handle already. I don't mind playing second fiddle, but with you, I'd end up on the bassoon.
Look, lady friends come and go, and I might be available sooner than you think. Like within an hour or two.
Well, if you are, you can find me at the theater. Say, I never did find that cute orderly again. I think I'll give him one more look-see before I scram. See you, Doc?
Paging Dr. Temple, Dr. Nick A. Temple, report to brain surgery.
Well, I see the desk is unattended. I guess I have to do everything around here.
Act 3.
Looks like time for another COVID shot, folks. I tell you, you got like more shots than I had when I was in college.
Break time is over. Get to work.
You a veterinarian?
No? Hi.
She's a psychologist.
How's your Valentine's Day?
She's gonna get to the bottom of it. It's not even part of the act. How's my Valentine's Day? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many boosts have you had so far?
One month.
16 last count.
Okay, well that's great, but this is my first administration of one. Okay?
Can you practice on this guy?
No, I need a bigger target.
Thank you. All yours. Are you the one who give to me that shot you have with you? Are you the one who'll stand beside me if I should turn blue? Are you the one who'll take my pulse and my blood pressure too? If you're the one, then I'm the one that'll give my arm to you. Are you the one? Where are you?
Yes, I'm the one. It's your pulse.
The only one.
The only one.
Will you be sweet
Oh yes, don't fear.
and be complete?
Oh yes, don't fear. We'll be done here in no time. It won't even cost a dime. Your heart will beat so strong forevermore.
Are you the one who share with me the bitter and the sweet? Are you the one who make my life so happy and complete? Are you the one who take away all my hurts and pains? If you're the one, then I'm the one who come with all my sprains. Are you the one?
Yes, I'm the one.
The only one?
The only one.
Will you be sweet
Oh yes, don't fear.
and be complete?
Oh yes, don't fear. We'll be done here in no time. It won't even cost a dime. Your heart will beat so strong forevermore. Okay, so the best way to do this is like I close my eyes and count to 3 and I just point to whatever, okay? I mean, you're gonna, I know you're gonna, it's fine. It's good. It's good. You're supposed to feel this way. Okay, ready? Okay, good. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, and 3. So you got 2 there. Sorry about that. Double shot.
That's great.
Well, it's gotta get in there somewhere. I don't know. How about that shot? How'd it feel?
I've had better shots over at the Cottage Hotel. Are you the one that picks me up if ever I should fall? Are you the one who run to me if ever my heart stalls? Are you the one who'll say I will and be my loving wife? If you're the one, then I'm the one who'll love you all my life. Are you the one?
Yes, I'm the one.
The only one?
The only one.
Will you be sweet
Oh, yes, my dear.
and be complete?
Oh, yes, my dear.
We'll be done here in no time.
It won't even cost a dime.
Our two hearts will beat as one
forevermore.
Excuse me.
Why, what did you do? Oh God, somebody called the law!
You're pretty funny. It's nice to see a medical man with a sense of humor.
Yeah. That's me, always kidding around. I'm Dr. Devereaux, Dog's Breath Devereaux, at your service. How may I be of help?
The name is Gunn. Tommy Gunn. I have an appointment for a physical examination.
Yes, physical examination. I guess I should maybe ring for somebody.
Patient's information and... Rat! Our cover's been blown!
Oh, boy. You got a great sense of humor, too. Just like Dr. Devereaux here. I'll bet you guys keep your patients in stitches.
You're very amusing yourself, Officer Gunn. Well, you should have been a spiritual guide to Willie Nelson, or perhaps you should have been a comic on vaudeville.
I like that. Comic and... Maybe I could be a comic cop. That way, if the audience didn't like me, they could still get a bang out of me!
Holy cow! Who left the water ring door open?
I don't think any of those three are leaving this hospital, ever. Well, this has been fun, but I better keep my appointment. I go on duty in and out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nurse Sergeant, Officer Gunn is here for a physical examination. If you would, ring for an orderly.
Oh, I'd be more than happy to.
I'm kind of in a hurry here. The cook down at the jail is out sick, so I promised I'd stop by a hash house on the way into work, pick up some grub for the prisoners.
Aha! Well, are you ready for this? Have ya fed any interesting crooks lately?
Interesting crooks. Let me think. A couple of racketeers, a con artist, let me think, 50 or 60 jaywalkers. Yeah, you got those in Mendon. So many I ran out of tickets. I had to write them on rocks and stick them in their pockets. They were so distraught. Anyway, oh, and the last one. A couple of murderers.
How interesting. Murderers?
It's pretty sad, actually. I think they're gonna get the chair!
You ready for hope?
You're good. You guys are like the Three Stooges. That's fine.
Yes, Ward. Officer Gunn is here for a physical examination. And I'm ready for a mental one. If you would, take Officer Gunn to an examining room quickly.
Right this way, officer.
Thank you. Breeze, you vandals, up against the table and spread them. That's it, you two. Spread them further, buddy, further. Yeah, that's it. Oh, man, I got you guys good. You should have seen how far you were. Oh, you were sweating. Oh, man, that was great. Oh, I'll see you later. I love that mustache you got there, by the way.
Who does he think he is, a Keystone Cop?
We have to remain calm, Hilda, if we're going to pull off our scheme.
You mean you still plan to go through with it?
Naturally. We have to move fast before that new Nurse March and a lot of cash figure out their connection. We'll just have to be a little more cautious with a cop on the premises. And that's all.
I suppose.
Look,
A lot of cash is due back at any moment. Let's make our plan for her demise and Nurse March's while we have the chance out there.
Paging Dr. Bottoms. Dr. Seymour Bottoms. Report to examining room A.
How could I have fallen in love so quickly? Only to have it end so badly. How could I have met the girl of my dreams? Only to have her slip away. What good is being a doctor if you can't heal your own wounds? If only there was a bandage for a broken heart. Woe is me. Hi, Ward.
Dr. Good, what's the matter?
Well, I'm physically in perfect shape, but mentally I'm a wreck.
Sounds like woman trouble.
How'd you know?
Because I'm in the same boat.
No.
When Cupid came along one day and shot me with his bow, I thought he was my buddy, but it seems he was my foe.
I know exactly what you mean. His arrow struck me too. If I could catch that little squirt, I'd beat him black and blue. Song of love and our sang in perfect harmony. And all at once my dream come true became a tragedy. Forceps on
St. James showed up. She grabbed me and was kissing me when Ivy walked in. I tried to explain it to her, but she wouldn't listen.
You know, that's too bad. She's the reason for my unhappiness, too. She revealed that Wendy used to dance in burlesque, just like her.
Wendy? Well, she might have been a dancer, but she's nothing like Trixie. The two of them are as different as an angel of mercy and a grim reaper.
Oh, you think so?
Isn't it obvious? Hey, if you really care for Wendy, you owe it to her to hear her side of the story. I know what she's going through because Ivy won't listen to mine.
Well, you know, maybe you're right.
Send me a doctor, send me a nurse. If you don't have either, then send me a hearse. I got a problem so quick as a flash. I hurried over here to hand over the cash. Oh, boy.
Well, this guy's got a real problem.
Oh, I'll say.
Oh, you got that right. See, I'm an extra in that Max Sennett film they're doing over yonder. We got to the scene where the Indians are attacking the fort. All of a sudden, I got this splitting headache. I can't imagine what hit me.
I can. I'm a doctor.
Well, what's your diagnosis, Doc?
Let's see here. You, my friend, have an arrow through your head.
I do. That's what the folks folks on the trolley was looking at. You know, I needed this like a hole in the head. Can you help me, Doc?
Well, I am just an intern, and I've never actually done surgery before, but let me see here. I'll get my little Surgery for Dummies book out. Oh, you know what? First, we'll talk about a few definitions. Barium. What to do after CPR. You might be involved in that. Dilate. To live long. Ah, nitrate, lower than the day rate. That doesn't happen around here. Okay, let's get on with what our surgery could be. Appendectomy? Nope. Hysterectomy? No, wrong area. Let's see, tonsillectomy? No. Aha, aeroectomy. That's it.
That's a thing?
It is now. Ward! When we get to surgery, get a pair of pliers and a bottle of aspirin, the large economy size. Let's get you to surgery right away.
Say, Doc.
Yeah.
Listen, can you make me like 10% smarter when you're done?
Unlikely. Probably 10% dumber.
Oh, okay.
You're already dumb as a rock. Let's go.
Aging Reverend Depew. Aging Reverend Depew. Reverend Neil N. Depew. Your presence is requested in the chapel.
I told you I wasn't sick. I don't know what made Dr. Devereaux think I was.
Well, you were still upset about Dr. Good and your face was kind of flushed.
I guess that was it. Look, there's no one on the desk.
Do you think there should be?
Of course.
Okay. Hi.
I just meant there should be someone at the desk.
Oh, well that makes more sense.
I've lost my letter of resignation. I'll have to write a new one. I want to do things professionally.
Me too.
It won't be easy to leave this place and never look upon his face again.
I'll miss my fella with all my heart, and yet it's best if we depart, my friend. Men, let's say goodbye to love. It isn't worth a dime. Let's thank our stars above that we found out in time. We learned our lesson, best not forgotten. Love is rotten. Goodbye to love.
If I am tempted to fall again, I'll make myself remember when love died.
And if I should meet an orderly who seems to be in love with me, I'll hide. Men, let's say goodbye to love. It isn't worth a dime. Let's thank our stars above that we found out in time. We learned our lesson, best not forgotten. Love is rotten. Goodbye to love.
Ivy, have you tried talking to Ward about, him and Trixie?
What's there to say? We traded a pair of Siamese twins once who weren't as close as Ward and Trixie were.
I like Trixie, though I have to admit she's a little forward where men are concerned. The kiss might have been her idea more than Ward's. I think you ought to give him a chance to explain.
You do? Geez, maybe I should. He's the nicest boyfriend I've ever had. What about you and Dr. Good? Maybe you could patch things up with him.
I'm afraid our problems run too deep. Even though my behavior was perfectly respectable while I was making my living as a dancer, I feel Phil will never forgive me for working at such a tawdry establishment.
Ivy, I sure wish you'd let me talk to you. I'm so distraught.
Wendy told me that I ought to give you a chance to explain, so explain.
Could we maybe go somewhere a little more private?
Oh, you two go ahead. I'll watch the desk.
Paging Nurse Biter, Nurse Nell Biter. You're needed in the psychiatric ward.
Ivy, I want you to know that dancer you saw me with, she means nothing to me. You're the only girl I care about.
Sure didn't look that way.
She grabbed me and was kissing me before I knew what happened. I just helped bandage up her ankle, and I guess that was her way of saying thanks.
Well, if that's the way she shows her gratitude, I'm glad you didn't perform major surgery on her.
It won't happen again. I promise. Do you believe me?
Well, Wendy said that Trixie isn't shy when it comes to men, so yes, I believe you.
And forgive me.
And forgive you, but I think I'm going to buy you one of those free masks for $1 to wear until she checks out of here.
That's fine with me. So long as I can take it off to do this.
I'm so happy you made out.
Oh, me too.
Oh, let's make up some more.
Wait. If Dr. Devereaux came in, he'd fire us both.
I know where there's an unoccupied linen closet.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait. That bed is a mess. I really should fix the sheet.
Oh, you go on. I'll cover for you.
Okay.
Thanks, Wendy. You're a pal.
Paging Miss Plenty, Miss Patience A. Plenty. If you'll take your 4th grade class to Dr. C.I. Ball in the eye clinic, he's ready to examine your pupils.
Good, there's nobody here.
Do you think the drug will work?
I'm positive. I'll slip some into her tea. Lotta will drink it and go to sleep and never wake up, leaving me sole heir to the clinic and her fortune.
Well, as long as no one figures out that March girl is her long-lost granddaughter.
Yes, if she ever discovered that Lotta's daughter, Anita Hand, was her mother, why, she could claim half of Lotta's fortune, and I plan on keeping it all.
We plan on keeping it all?
Well, yes, as soon as I'm married and done away with a lot of cash, and we are wed, then everything I have will be yours as well. What was that?
What was what?
Oh, your ears haven't been worth hasn't been worth a hoot all day. Somebody moaned.
You!
She must have heard everything.
I overheard enough to know that the two of you are despicable cats. You'll never get away with your horrible scheme.
And who's going to stop us?
I will. I'm going to summon the police.
I don't think so. Hey, quick, Hilda, get some chloroform. Run to the bed, quick.
What do we do now?
She'll be out for a while. You cover her up. Then, when the coast is clear, we'll wrap her head in bandages so nobody will recognize her. Then we'll put her in a wheelchair, take her out to my brand new Model T Ford. Then we'll drive her to the river and then throw her in just like we planned.
That's the best I could do.
All right, fine. Then we'll have to
Dog's breath? Look who I ran into. Brother Sunbeam's voice is completely healed.
Your physician performed a minor miracle. Why, I feel wonderful and
totally prepared to join the two of you in holy matrimony.
And I asked some people I came across at the clinic to attend our little ceremony. Thank you so much.
I see the guests are starting to arrive. Let's see, folks, if you could all sit over here. Maybe we'll pull those chairs out a bit more from the wall to be more comfortable. We'll be having the ceremony over here, so we need to get that license filled out. Let's go back to the desk and do that while everyone is finding seats. Thank you very much.
I sure am glad I met you, Tommy.
I'm glad I met you too. Woohoo!
Hey, you haven't seen where Wendy went, have you?
She was working on her letter of resignation. She might have left.
Say, Doc, I want to thank you for fixing me up. I feel great.
Hey, you get what you paid for.
Dog's breath. No. I don't think I can stand this.
Oh, you have to. Look, go behind the counter. If you feel a fit coming on, you can go outside. But whatever you do, don't mess it up.
Oh, I'll try and control myself.
You better.
Oh,
All right, folks, let's come take our positions over here. Armando will have you on the right. And Dog's Breath. All right. Folks, we are gathered here today to witness the exchanging of vows between Dr. Dog's Breath Devereaux and his beloved Lotta Cash. Now, while I have known the two of them, but ever so briefly, I can sense the strong bond of love that connects the two of them. So, Dog's Breath, would you please take Lotta's hand in yours and repeat after me? I, Dog's Breath, promise to love, honor, and cherish you for as long as I live.
I, Dog's Breath, promise to love, cherish, and honor you for as long as you shall, as long as I shall live. It's a wedding ceremony. Be happy.
And Lotta, repeat after me. I promise to love, honor, and cherish you for as long as I live.
I promise to love, honor, and cherish you for as long as I live.
And Lotta, do you take this man, Dog's Breath, to be your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
And Dog's Breath, do you take this woman, Lotta, to be your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Then I hereby pronounce you husband and wife.
But you screamed before we heard the thuds.
I saw it coming.
Folks, perhaps this would be a nice time to congratulate the newlyweds. Please go.
What was that?
Oh, well, I didn't have any lunch. A little stomach grumbling.
Yeah, but it sounded like a...
Someone's under the covers!
That's a patient.
What are they doing with the covers over their heads?
I thought they were dead. Hilda can take them to another room. Hilda?
Dr. Devereaux, I can do it.
No, we were playing a little reception in the dining area. We want you and Nurse Drip to be there.
What? Wendy! You thought Wendy had died and you didn't even tell us!
Well, I kind of thought it would put a little damper on the wedding.
Now I remember. You chloroformed me. You planned to kill me and Mrs. Cash.
Oh, she's hysterical.
No, I'm not. I overheard Dr. Devereaux and Nurse Hatchet talking. They planned to do away with Mrs. Cash so he would inherit the clinic and all her money.
I'm so distraught. I want a divorce.
Curses! The girl has spilled the beans!
Beans. I don't see any beans. Do you see any beans?
All right, everybody, to your seat.
What do we do?
Oh, there's some gauze in the cabinet. Get that and tie them to their chairs.
Give yourself up, Devereaux. Your evil scheme will never work now.
Don't be so sure. I just have to think of some ways to get rid of you all. I know. I'll botch some operations.
On all of us, that'd be quite a few, and on one day, even for you. And besides, the surgeon's organization would conduct an investigation.
Yeah, so would the police department, especially if one of the victims was a cop. They find out I had a physical exam, I checked out just fine.
Yeah?
And whoever died from an operation on a twisted ankle?
If anyone could do it, he could.
Oh, that's enough out of you. Just because I lost a patient due to a hangnail once doesn't mean you have to rub it in.
You, doctor, are a discredit to your profession.
What else is new?
I may be a cad, but I'll be a rich one. I've got a lot of Cash's signature right here on the marriage certificate proving that we were wed.
Oh, if only my Hanover were here to see how you've disgraced his clinic.
Oh, you'll get to tell him all about it soon enough.
Mrs. Cash, I overheard Dr. Devereaux say something else. He and Nurse Hatchet plan to do away with me as well, because he said that your daughter Anita was my mother.
What? Anita's baby was taken from her when a gust of wind jerked the child's carriage from her grip and swept it into the Potomac River.
Then it must be true.
Oh, great. We have to think of something quick before anybody else comes in. I know. We'll give them all shots of morphine. Overdoses. They'll die drop dead on the spot.
Oh, no!
Draw skill!
Quick, get some needles out of the cabinet.
Oh, no.
Let's make sure these needles are in tight.
Oh, Wendy, take the bottle from the top shelf and put it on the other shelf. Then take that bottle and put it on the top shelf.
All right, quick, get the morphine on the top shelf. All right, load them up. Make sure they get good and full. They won't feel a thing.
He doesn't know how right he is. That's a muscle relaxer.
All right, since you've been my biggest headache, you get to go first.
No!
Go ahead. If Phil is going to die too, I don't want to live without him.
Let's say bye-bye. She obviously hasn't looked in the mirror lately. The morphine worked great. Let's finish giving them the injections.
I love that girl. Take me next.
I'd be happy to oblige, Dr. Good.
Ah! Ow! My left arm just died.
What about the rest of you?
That's as good as ever.
Something's wrong. The morphine didn't work.
Oh!
Curses!
You can
Double
stick me
curses!
all you
Nurses!
want.
Foiled again!
You can stick me all you want, but it won't kill me. Ivy signaled me to substitute the muscle relaxer for the morphine you intended to give us.
Double curses. A shot from this will do the trick.
Wait a minute, you don't want to hit me!
The dummy ain't gonna shoot nobody. Tinkle, tinkle,
Oh, no! Curses again!
What a woman!
Let's get the gun filled up. Watch out for my arm! Ow! 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 Not that arm, this arm.
Here, officer, please take this.
Thank you, young lady. But you know, I don't think I'll need it with this pair. It's not like I didn't warn you about the whole murdering thing. Didn't you see my demonstration like, I don't know, half an hour ago? I thought it was pretty good, actually. It went something like this.
Didn't your mustache used to be black?
Like for the cop, it takes a lot out of you. Stop distracting me! What I wanted to say was that not electric or what?
Where'd you get your acting lessons? At the precinct?
Yeah, you got me good, Doc. All right, hold out a wrist.
You gotta be kidding.
No, not this time, mister. Orderly, if you would be so kind as to give me a hand over here, we will haul these two attempted murderers off to jail.
With pleasure, officer.
I'll get the door. And I'll ride with you to the station, Tommy, if that's okay.
Oh, yeah, I'd like that. Woohoo!
Even if we're 80 by the time we get out of jail, we'll still be able to spend our golden years together, dear.
Oh, go get your head examined. I ask you, is this any way for the villain to make an exit? We're so strong!
We all are. Let's go.
Well, Mrs. Cash, it appears that you and I need to go down to City Hall and begin the proceedings to annul your unfortunate union to the dastardly Dr. Devereaux.
Dear me, yes, but first, I must embrace my lost granddaughter. You cannot know the joy I feel at finally finding you, child. You are so like your sainted mother. Pretty, sweet, good-hearted. I should have seen the resemblance at once. As horrible as this day has been, I shall always treasure it as the day you came back into my life.
I shall treasure it too, grandmother, for it is the day I found two witches, you and Phil.
Bless you both. Let me straighten out my marital mess and then we'll all sit down and have a long talk together. And now that we've seen the last of Dog's Breath Devereaux, I'll need to appoint a new director of the Hanover D. Cash Clinic. I think the best person for that job would be you, Dr. Good.
What? Why, I would be honored, Mrs. Cash.
I think you should start calling me Lotta. It appears I'm going to be your grandmother-in-law. Until later. Goodbye, children.
Goodbye, grandmother.
Goodbye, Lotta.
Brother Sunbeam.
This way.
I assumed you had forgiven me when you thought I had died and said you loved me.
I was such a fool to let your former career bother me so. Will you ever forgive me for being so stupid?
I do. It's easy to forgive someone when you love them. And I do love you.
And I love you too. Oh, if you took an X-ray, you'd see that it is true. With every bone in my body, I love you.
Thank you.